Now, why I wanted to start with this is because now why we are doing all this is because of digital transformation. And I believe everybody also heard of digital transformation, but I'm not too sure how many actually understand what is digital transformation. So which is why I wanted to give some high level first make you all understand why we need to do this. Okay, now before digital transformation can happen, it need to go through these three different stages. Okay, the three different stages is digitization, then next is digitalization, and finally only we are able to achieve digital transformation. Now what is all this? Now I know many might not understand what is all this about. Now I put into an example where how we undergo shopping. Okay, now if you look at digitization, what does it mean is that how we do shopping last time is we need to go to the physical store to do shopping. All right, we need to drive out there, go to the store and then buy what we want to buy. But when digitization happened, what happened is that we turn everything into online. Then we started to buy things online. So digitization, which is the first step, what it does is it actually change people who go physically to buy the product to buying online. Okay, that is the first step. This is called digitization. Now, when people start to buy online, then digitalization can happen. Now, what is digitalization? Now, it's basically how we can improve productivity, how we can improve the efficiency and drive down the cost. Okay, now when everybody start to buy online, then what happened is that then when digitalization happen is that then you can see things like in reduce the transportation time, then you can see the courier service get better. Okay, and then you can see right now the payment also getting better. So you can see there's a lot of different payment method compared to previously. All right, and if you can see right now the online shopping platform is getting better, and it actually ease a lot of the shopping. So when we start to do shopping online, then only they can increase our efficiency, productivity, and drive down the cost. Okay, this is happening right now. Now, once this happen, then the next thing will be called digital transformation, is whereby the AI will come into the place. AI is basically they will start to study our buying behavior, study how we do things online, and then they would use this data and predict what we might need to buy in the future or what we're going to buy in the future. Which means next time when the AI is in place, the machine learning is it's more stable. We no longer need to go and search what we want to buy. Automatically, the online platform would show you what you want to buy. Okay, that is when AI is in place. And actually, to a certain extent, this is already in place. If you actually go Shopee right now, if you have started to buy from Shopee, when you go Shopee right now, they would show you actually similar product or products that you have searched previously but you never buy. And then you can see it will come out in your main page. All right, so you can see this has started, is in the process. All right, so you can see for digital transformation to happen, you can see we need to go through step by step. All right, so it won't happen in one day. Now, having said that, then this is a real estate transaction. All right, like I always say, we need to complete this whole transaction before we get paid commission. Okay, so now the question is how we need to turn what we are doing right now into digital. Because if we don't digitize what we are doing right now, then we will not able to achieve digital transformation. All right, so which is why the first step is to turn what we are doing right now into digitization. Now, if you look at this transaction, this is what we do on a daily basis. All right, now you can see we add our right now what we do is we every day we need to add contact. Like when we get a lead, we need to add a contact. All right, and right now what we do is we add it into our phone book, and then later part when we follow up with the lead, then of course, then there's times like they might not straight away schedule appointment with you. So you will have all the to do things. For example, maybe tomorrow you need to call back the client, or by end of the week you need to schedule a viewing appointment with the client, or you need to send the client EDMs or videos or whatsoever. All right. So all these to do lists and tasks right now, you are doing it. And then you can see in what we are doing right now, we of course we need to network. So which is why you can see all the workplace, and then all the different WhatsApp group, and then all the different Facebook group is for us to network, and also to share listing, and also to collaborate. And you can see later this is template. We have a lot of those EDMs previously. Right now what we are doing is we are using Canva, and we are using PowerPoint to develop those EDM. And also because some might find it difficult, and some might not be able to even generate your own EDM right now. And then you can see on the right hand side, then you can see that there is a create campaign. Basically it's social media marketing. And then attach listings and information picture. Basically this is a different web portals that we advertise on currently. What we are doing right now, we are already started to do all this, but we are doing it in we are using it in all different sort of tool. And these are all the different tools that we are using to do all these things right now. All right, so you can see how we organize our contact. We use phone book and Excel. How we add tasks to keep track on what we need to do using a notebook. All right, like what we need to do today, most probably we set in a calendar, or we track using Excel or notebook. So you can see networking right now is like WhatsApp, FB group. How we develop the EDM, we might be using Canva, PowerPoint. All right, and if you can see right now, we run social media is using FB Ads Manager itself. All right, so this is what we are doing right now. Okay, this is what we are all doing right now. Now there's nothing wrong with what we are doing right now, but the slight issue is that you can see you are using many different tools to do all this. What we are trying to do is we are trying to replace all these red color tools that we are using right now into KW command. Okay, so you can see KW command later part would enable us to do all of these things. So I will show you later, KW command will have things like contact, how we can track our tasks, how we can improve on the referral system, how we can do our design, how we can connect group, and also how we run our campaign. Okay, so what we are trying to do right now is we are trying to replace all these different way of doing things right now into one tool. Now why we are doing this, it's because when we have things in different tools, we are not able to perform digitalization. Okay, what we are doing right now is what I showed you just now is we are digitization what we are doing. But when it is at different tool, we are not able to move to the next step, which is called digitalization, where we want to improve the productivity and efficiency. We can't, because all the things are in different tool. All the different tool do not talk to one another. One of the reasons why KW command is in place is so that all these things happen in one tool. So what we can create next is perform the digitalization. So this is where we can see we can add smart plan, where we can automate what we are doing right now. Okay, we can automate like following up, like when to WhatsApp client, when to send email to client, or even when to call client. We have smart plan in place to automate all those things. So we no longer need to have notebooks to keep track what we need to do. And also, if you can see right now, once we have that listing in a H prop, it will automatically push that listing into KW command. All right. And with that, when we want to design any EDMs or any flyers, we can straight away import the picture. Okay, we no longer needs to import the picture from your computer, from your phone or whatsoever. So once you put the listing into Edge, it will be pushed into command, and then after that you can do all these things. See, you can even create campaign using Facebook. So you can see why we need to put everything in one tool is so that we can perform digitalization to improve the productivity, to improve the efficiency, and also to drive down the cost. I just want you all to understand like high level what we are trying to achieve. KW command as a whole is like this. Okay, if you look at our whole transaction, as an agent, we deal with consumer. Okay, the consumer could be buyer and also could be seller, which is this part. Okay, and then we as an agent, we also deal with market center. Okay, so with the tool I will show you later. Now the interaction between the agent and the market center will be through KW Connect. From here we are able to track our commission, how much they have been paid, how much pending commission, and so on. Later KW Connect will be able to do all this. Okay, now how we interact with the consumer. Now this part uh I don't think it's there yet. It is still in the working. Okay, but moving forward later you will see that we will have a kw.command website, or we even have a redfield.com website, and if you attend that session just now, we will have a company website that will house all our listing, and then there will be a app later here as well. Now the app is not enabled for us yet at the moment. They are still labbing it. Okay, but you can see later. Now all these things later, it will be stored into the cloud. All this will be stored into the data cloud. Now this is the digitalization that we are trying to achieve. All right, so because everything is in the cloud, which is why we don't have to import pictures here and there. Everything will be in one place. And when we have got big enough data, and when we have this AI in place, then is when we truly achieve our digital transformation. Now, the other benefit is that when we have everything in one tool, like later part when we want to have extra capability, for example, if you want to have Trello, then Trello can have an API to talk to KW command, and you can link these two together. So later you will see, I will show you the connect and then the command.